I'm going to go deep with you today. I know there are so many people on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook are fighting and say Yahusha didn't exist, as well as the New Testament. And they only believe in the Old Testament, and they don't call his father Yahuwah. They call him the Most High because they said his name is so respected and reverenced that you don't even give him a name. But he does have a name. It talks about it in the scripture. So I'm going to talk to you about Yahusha because I do believe in the New Testament and the Old Testament, and I definitely believe in Yahusha HaMashiach and his descendants and the location of New Jerusalem on earth, where Israel will rule and reign over all nations as prophesied in the scriptures. So what did Yahusha look like? Biblical prophecy does not describe Yahusha as a soft European figure seen in paintings. It gives us a powerful, regal, and divine image rooted in Hebrew heritage and heavenly glory. In Daniel 10:5-6, the vision of the glory one. Then I lifted up mine eyes, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with the fine gold of Uphaz. His body also was like beryl, his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass, and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude. So his skin was polished brass, dark brown, glowing like metal and fire, his eyes like fire, piercing and intense. His voice, thunderous, majestic, many waters, authority, and clothing robed like a priest king, gold, linen, and glory. In Revelations 1:13-15, Yahusha among the lampstands. One like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet unto the fine brass as if they burned in the furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. So his hair was white like wool. Now we all know what wool feels like. Texture like a lamb's wool, a symbol of wisdom, age, and identity. Feet like brass in a furnace. Dark brown skin glowing with power, just like Daniel saw. This is not European, not soft, not colonized. It's Hebrew, royal, righteous, and consuming. And in Isaiah 53:2, in his humility, he had no form nor comeliness, no beauty that we should desire him. While on earth, Yahusha did not come with external beauty or worldly power, but as a suffering servant. Yet his appearance was still Hebrew, descended from David, Yehuda, and the people of color who came out of Egypt, Canaan, and the tribe of Israel. His descendants, who are they? Yahusha had no biblical children in the flesh. He did not marry or reproduce physically, but his descendants are spiritual, and they are the seed of Abraham, the children of Jacob, those who keep the commandments of Yahuwah and have the testimony of Yahusha, Revelations 12:7. His descendants are the remnant of Israel, true descendants of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, and the other lost tribes, scattered by slavery, colonization, and war. Believers from the nations grafted in, Romans 11, but they do not replace Israel. They join Israel's covenant order under the king of Israel. So those people that are over there in Israel right now, that's fighting with Iran, they're not under Yahuwah, and they're not protected by them. So that's not who we're talking about. Where is New Jerusalem on earth? In Revelations 21:2, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahuwah out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. New Jerusalem is not just heaven in the sky. It is a physical kingdom that descends from the heavens and will rest on the earth, becoming the capital city of Yahuwah's eternal government. The location, though the Bible doesn't name a specific continent, the scriptures and the ancient maps strongly suggest the region of original Jerusalem will be renewed and transform Mount Zion, where Yahusha rules from his throne. But also consider this. In Matthew 5:5, the meek shall inherit the earth. In Isaiah 11:12, I will gather you from the four corners of the earth. So the kingdom is not only in Israel, but it will extend to cover the entire earth with justice and righteousness. Israel will be the head nation, and the 12 tribes will be sitting on the thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Luke 22:30. And the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Isaiah 60:12. So Israel will rule and reign. Judah will lead as a royal tribe. Genesis 49:10. Levi will return to priestly service. Malachi 3:3-4. The 12 tribes will be reestablished in power. Ezekiel 37 and Revelation 7. And all Gentile nations must come to Zion to worship Yahuwah during the Feast of Tabernacles. Zechariah 14:16-19. So this is the final declaration. Yahusha is not European. He is the roaring lion of Yehuda, dark like burnt brass crowned with fire. His people were enslaved, scattered, and hidden, but now they rise to rule with him. New Jerusalem is coming down. The remnant of Israel is rising up, and all nations will bow before the King of Kings.